Hey guys, I'd just like to share some of the extras with you that's included in this, and it's a lot of historical accounts. The Gearbox team visited quite a number of museums and real-world locations where these battles occurred to try to bring the most authentic World War II experience that you could possibly gather. And I can't say it enough how much appreciation I have for a game that is done right. Not just in the tactical aspect of it, of recreating real tactics in the game, but also in the research and development that went into getting things right, all the small details. So I'll share some of these with you, and hopefully you can check this out for yourself. First one is General Eisenhower's Letter. It's the order of the day for June 6, 1944, and this is the real letter that actually was there. You're about to embark on the great crusade toward which we have striven these many months. The eyes of the world are upon you. The hopes and prayers of liberty-loving people everywhere march with you. In company with our brave allies and brothers in arms on the fronts, you will bring about the destruction of the German war machine, the elimination of the Nazi tyranny of the oppressed peoples of Europe, and security for ourselves in a free world. Your task will not be an easy one. Your enemy is well-trained, well-equipped, and battle-hardened. He will fight savagely. Here's some motion capture that they did for the game, using live actors. See the old school CRT monitor back there. This game shows some of its age here, or at least in the development of it. Pretty cool stuff. This is an official intelligence report for the 502nd Parachute Infantry Regiment. It's declassified in 2001. Some of those classified documents stay secret for quite a while, and it was indicating the location of anti-aircraft gun positions, as well as some vehicles, wires that were positioned, and various other intelligence that came out. And here's the pre-production airdrop sequence. Just a bunch of hand-drawn scenes.
I never asked to be squad leader, but I had no choice. I now have 13 soldiers under my command. 13 men depending on me to make the right decisions.
Battalions, from the German word Ost or East, were troops drafted into German service from prisoners captured from the Soviet Army.
This is a briefing by Colonel John Antel, and he was a subject matter expert. He spent quite a number of years in the United States Army, and he offered his expertise and direct input into the game.
Most of these soldiers were from Asian Russia, North Africa, Russia, Ukraine, the Muslim republics of the Soviet Union, and other places the Germans had conquered. The Ost battalions in Normandy area on D-Day were from the 709th and 243rd Static Divisions. The quality of these troops was so low that the German army had no chance to implement a defense in depth, and fixed these men to fight from prepared positions that guarded the beaches. The German strategy was to use the Ost battalions to defend from fixed positions, and German NCOs were ordered to shoot their own men if they tried to run away.
And here are some photos where the team actually traveled to Exit 4 at Utah Beach, which I think it's pretty cool that they did this. They were in the real world location, just trying to get a feel for what was there, taking photographs and recreating the scenery in the game to represent what they actually saw and captured.
The primary mission of the 101st Airborne was to support the landing of the U.S. 4th Infantry Division at Utah Beach. At 6:30 a.m., the American 4th Infantry Division landed on Utah Beach. The 4th Infantry Division linked up with the 101st Paratroopers early on D-Day and quickly moved inland. In Brothers in Arms, the squad ambushes the Germans streaming away from Utah Beach along Exit 4. Today, a monument exists at Exit 4 to commemorate the landing of the Allied forces, which included the Free French soldiers who participated in the liberation of their country. This is the U.S. M1 Garand rifle. General Patton called the M1 rifle the greatest battle implement ever devised. The M1 Garand was the standard weapon of the U.S. infantry soldier in World War II.
Kind of like our modern day M16 or M4.
The M1 is semi-automatic. It is a gas-operated, self-loading, shoulder-fired weapon. The ammunition is held in a clip of 8 .30 caliber cartridges. In the hands of a well-trained soldier, the M1 Garand could fire as fast as the trigger could be pulled until all 8 rounds were expended. The M1 Garand provides your fire team in Brothers in Arms with accurate, long-range firepower.
So here's some images from the official after-action reports relating to Objective XYZ. And you can see the diagram that was drawn here. Here's a command post, and here's some of the barracks that the Germans were staying in. This is the account of Summers that I talked about earlier. He went to 5 houses in the same manner. One man aiding him was John Cameron, armed only with a carbine. They switched weapons from house to house, one covering with the carbine, the other one rushed the door with the Tommy gun. Houses were thick, stone-walled, and the walls were slotted with fire ports. The Germans kept firing on the road. Machine gunner kept plastering the embrasures. Summers and Cameron went in from building to building, taking no prisoners because no chance afforded, fighting and firing and saying nothing to one another. 30 of the enemy were killed in the dwellings before 2 of the men rushed the building near the end of the line, kicked the door open, and found it was a troop mess hall. There were about 15 men at the table, paying no heed to the fighting. Summers cut them down as they started to rise. So here's Sergeant Summers. He's actually, I misquoted him. He's a first lieutenant, I guess, when he retired. And there's Private Cameron. I misquoted again. They didn't receive the Medal of Honor. He actually received the Distinguished Service Cross. Here's some of the images that they captured at the United States National Archives and Records Administration. There's an original map featuring the farmhouse. Here's Quarantine. Here 30, where the game actually starts, and the Causeway, which was also nicknamed Purple Heart Lane for the number of casualties that they took there. Some of the hand-drawn maps here. Some original photos.
This is the U.S. M1 Thompson submachine gun. The Thompson submachine gun was the weapon of choice of the paratroopers of D-Day. The Thompson weighs 12.5 pounds when fully loaded and is 33 inches long. Paratroopers would load their Thompson with either a 20-round or 30-round magazine. In Brothers in Arms, the 45 caliber Thompson is absolutely deadly in the hands of a trained paratrooper in close combat. Use this weapon for the close assault.
And here's some final images of France and some of the beaches. Utah Beach and Exit 4. Some really cool photos. It's in 2004. So here's Dead Man's Corner. We'll cover that later in the series. Saint Comdemont was, I think, where they were taking sniper fire from. It's been restored since then. They actually blew it up. Here's a picture under the bridge of Purple Heart Lane. And Lieutenant Colonel Cole was an amazing leader. He actually patrolled back and forth with his handgun and just stood up, wouldn't take cover. And he would just encourage his men to continue crossing the bridge until all of them were across. He showed fearlessness, and all the men respected him. He continued to show bravery and just a valiant passion to disrupt German forces during D-Day. Alright guys, so that was it. That's mission 1 through 3 of the extras in Brothers in Arms. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I'll see you next time.